Grouping symbols are used to group factors or terms together. We have to perform the operations that are enclosed in grouping symbols before we perform other kinds of operations in that expression. We are most familiar with parentheses as one kind of grouping symbol, but there are others. In some expressions, a division symbol, either the divided by symbol or the fraction line that separates the numerator of a fraction from the denominator, is used as a grouping symbol. Similarly, the absolute value in b, c tells us that we have to first perform the subtraction b, c, then second take the absolute value of the result, then third multiply by a. When we are given an expression and we want to evaluate it, we have to perform the indicated operations in the correct order. That order has come to be known as the order of operations, or Pemdas. The reason why P is used for this is that parentheses are the most commonly used grouping symbol. Powers and roots. From left to right and top to bottom, performing each multiplication division as we come to it. All grouping symbols other than the division symbol actually consist of a pair of symbols. An opening, left, parenthesis and a closing, right, parenthesis. An opening, left, bracket and a closing, right, bracket. An opening absolute value line and a closing absolute value line. But keep in mind that when we refer in general to a pair of grouping symbols, in some cases we could be referring to just a division symbol. Sometimes one pair of grouping symbols is inside another pair. When that happens, we have to start by performing the operation that's enclosed in the innermost pair of grouping symbols, then work our way outwards. Neither of the two remaining pairs of grouping symbols is inside the other pair, so perform the operations enclosed in those two pairs of grouping symbols. The addition 3 plus 7 in the square brackets, and the addition 8 plus 2 in the parentheses, separately. There are no exponents, md, so we'll perform all the multiplication and division together, working from left to right in the expression. We also want to make sure we know how to deal with grouping symbols in the denominator of a fraction. Before we can address the division represented by the fraction lines, we still need to simplify each numerator individually and each denominator individually. As we work inside each numerator and denominator, we still stick to Pemdas. In the numerators and denominators we have left, we only have addition and subtraction, so we get MD, and there's no real value here to performing the division, since actually performing the division would just turn each fraction into a decimal number.